In today's video, I was tagged by that horror chick in the rapid question tag. Rapid question tag is where you answer 24 questions about your reading and book preferences. Thank you to that horror chick for tagging me. I will be tagging her channel in the description. Any book I mention will be linked in the description below. Number 1, ebook or physical book. I like physical books over ebooks. I love the experience of reading a physical book, from holding the book to experiencing the pages to the smell of the book. Plus, you actually own the copy of the book when it is physical. I prefer paperback. I like the flexibility of the book itself. The book sits better in my hands too, and usually the book lays flatter when in paperback form. Number 3, online or in-store. I love the in-store experience and getting the books immediately, but nothing beats the availability of books online. I know some of you won't like to hear this, but I like to use Amazon when shopping for books. I like to go through all the recommended books that Amazon shows on the page before buying a book to see what other interesting books there are. Question number 4, trilogies or series. Right now I prefer series. I've read more series than trilogies. I like when a series is long because if I love it, then I want to have as much of the world and characters as I can get. Once I read more trilogies, this might change. Question 5, heroes or villains. I am more of an anti-hero kind of guy. I find anti-heroes are more interesting because they are more relatable and complex. It is easier to empathize with a character that displays both moral and immoral behavior because most people struggle between behaviors. Question 6, a book you want everyone to read. I think everyone should read Night by Elie Wiesel. Night chronicles Wiesel's experiences during the Holocaust. When I read Night, the book had a tremendous impact on me, and I always suggest it as a book everyone should read. Question 7, recommend an underrated book. I would recommend Night by Elie Wiesel as an underrated book. Number 8, last book you finished. The last book I finished was No Country for Old Men by Cormac McCarthy. Even with thinking the major plot point almost ruining the book for me, I loved the book. If you want to see my review of the book, I will have the video linked in the description below. Question 9, last book you bought. The last book I bought was Discovery by J.A.J. Minton over at Talking Story. Here is the summary of Discovery. In 1992, at the dawn of the age of technology, disgraced X Game show host Manny DiMartini schemes for a comeback with a deep-sea television special in the South Pacific. He quickly finds himself in over his head, attracting the attention of a cosmic being who will lead him to a television broadcast event much bigger than the entire planet bargained for. An alien in a ruined city at the bottom of the ocean. One look at the monster on TV and humans collectively freak out. The narrative leaps between a cast of unforgettable characters, revealing their connections to cosmic gods who play with their lives. If humanity can't save itself, and the cosmic beings do not have humans' best interests in their cold hearts, humanity will have to pull itself together to prepare for a war that not only threatens Earth, but the very fabric of reality. Discovery sounds really interesting and a very unique idea. I'm looking forward to reading this book. The ebook is available to pre-order on Amazon, and soon the paperback will be too. I will link that book down below. Question 10, weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark. The weirdest thing I've used as a bookmark is a highlighter. I like to highlight in non-fiction books, and usually I'll use a highlighter to mark my place. Question 11, used books, yes or no? I will generally say yes to used books if they are in good condition, otherwise I'll turn down used books. Question 12. Top 3 favorite genres. My top 3 favorite genres are fantasy, horror / post-apocalyptic, and sci-fi. I've also been very interested in grimdark books recently, and in the future I'll be looking to get into more of those books. Question 13. Borrow or buy. I prefer to buy my books because I want to own my own copy of the book, and I'm building up my personal library for the future. Question 14. Character or plot. I like plot better than character because the storyline inspires me more than a character would. Question 15. Long or short books. I like longer books because they last longer and gives me a better sense of accomplishment when I finish reading the book. Question 16. Long or short chapters. I could go either way on long or short chapters, but right now I like long chapters because they provide more detail and make the book longer, I guess. Question 17. Name the first 3 books you think of right now. The first 3 books I can think off the top of my head right now are Blood of the Fold by Terry Goodkind, Empire of Silence by Christopher Ruocchio, which was suggested to me by Talking Story as well, and The Crown Tower by Michael J. Sullivan. Michael J. Sullivan's Right Era Chronicles and Right Era Revelation series. I really love those series by him, and I am listening to his most recent book in, I can't remember which series it was. Drumanor is the name, and it's pretty good so far. I still have like 16 and a half hours to go on it. And also Terry Goodkind, his series, Sword of Truth, is my favorite series so far. It is 24 books long, I think, and his book Blood of the Fold is my favorite so far. Question 18. Books that made you laugh or cry. Not many books right now have been able to make me laugh or cry, but Drumanor by Michael Sullivan and The Martyr from the Covenant of Steel series by Anthony Ryan have made me laugh. Question 19. Our world or fictional worlds. I like fictional worlds, especially if the world building is great. I like learning about new places, and when an author is able to make you feel like you're in the world itself is a really great feeling, and it's fun to read about. Question 20. Audiobooks, yes or no? I like listening to audiobooks while I'm at work or doing something like browsing Amazon for more books, but not when I can read a book physically instead of listening to the book. Like when I'm at home or sitting in a car or something, I like to physically hold the book and read it. Question 21. Ever judge a book by its cover? I judge a book by its cover all the time. I generally find if I like a book's cover, I love the story, or at least like the story, and will read more of the books by the author if it's a series. Don't know why that is, but it's something that I found out about myself, and it kind of is a blessing and a curse because I like a lot of covers on Amazon, so I see one book, I love the cover and want to get that book, and then I see like 20 other books and it just spirals out of control from there. Question 22. Book to movie or book to TV show adaptation? I would say I prefer a book to movie adaptation because there's less chance of messing the plot line up, and you don't have to wait a year or more in between seasons of the show. And I hate waiting years between seasons, especially if I like the show a lot and want more. Not to mention if the season is 6 or 8 episodes, then waiting a longer time sucks even more. Question 23. A movie or TV show you prefer to the book? The only movie I prefer to the book is Lord of the Rings. As much as it pains me to say, the books are boring and the movies are better and more entertaining, especially with the soundtrack. Question 24. Series or standalones? Going along with my answer to trilogies or series, I prefer series because if I like a book, I want as much story about the characters and the world as possible. Thank you for watching my Rapid Questions tag video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any recommendations on books or videos I should do, please comment them below, and have a great day.